Imagine walking through one of the deadliest mountain ranges in America. No roads, no rescue, just miles of jagged desert rock under a scorching Arizona sun. Then suddenly, you find it. A vein of gold so rich, every few feet could be worth millions of dollars. Would you tell anyone? Or would you kill to keep it secret? One man did, 7 times. And then he died, without telling a soul exactly where it was. For over 130 years, treasure hunters have searched these mountains for it. Some spent their entire lives chasing it. Some never came back. This is the story of the lost Dutchman's gold mine. Long before the Dutchman, the Superstition Mountains already had a terrifying reputation. In the 1500s, Spanish explorer Francisco Coronado came searching for gold. His men began disappearing. Some bodies were later found mutilated. Centuries later, a Mexican mining family, the Peraltas, was said to be pulling a fortune in gold and silver from these same hills. Then, almost overnight, they vanished, and their mine vanished with them. By the time Jacob Waltz arrived, these mountains already had a reputation: gold and death buried together. In 1870s Phoenix, people noticed something strange about one prospector. Jacob Waltz, a quiet German immigrant nicknamed the Dutchman, lived modestly, dressed like every other broke miner in town. But when he paid for supplies, he paid in gold ore so rich, it staggered the assayers who tested it. Every winter, Waltz vanished into the Superstition Mountains. Weeks later, he'd return with more of the same extraordinary gold. Where was he finding it? He never said a word. A teenage local named Dick Holmes became obsessed with finding out. He'd already heard a story from a drifter named John Phipps about an old miner secretly guarding an impossibly rich gold vein somewhere in those mountains. Holmes put it together. It had to be Waltz. So he followed him. 3 days, deep into dangerous wilderness, keeping his distance. Then Waltz caught him. Holmes braced for a bullet. Instead, Waltz gave him one warning: "Follow me again and I'll kill you." Then he walked on, alone, into the mountains. For Holmes, that was proof enough. Whatever Waltz was hiding, it was worth protecting with his life. Years later, a flash flood destroyed Waltz's home in Phoenix. A close friend, Julia Thomas, took the ailing old man in and nursed him. When Waltz finally took a fatal turn, Julia stepped out to fetch a doctor and asked Dick Holmes to sit with him. It was the chance Holmes had waited years for. Over the next hour, the dying man didn't give directions. He gave a confession. In 1877, Waltz said, he'd stumbled onto a hidden gold vein already being worked by 3 Mexican miners and killed them for it. 2 soldiers who later got too close were next. Then an innocent prospector who simply wandered too near. Killed, Waltz admitted, just for safekeeping. And worst of all, his own nephew, sent from Germany to help him, murdered out of paranoid suspicion that the boy meant to betray him. 7 deaths, 1 secret. Only after unloading his conscience did Waltz finally turn to directions. Rushed, vague, incomplete. He mentioned a canyon running north to south. He died before Holmes could ask the one question that mattered most. Did the water in that canyon flow north or south? That single answer would have eliminated half the wrong canyons in the range. Holmes walked away with a chest of Waltz's gold ore and a riddle that was already unsolvable. The gold made Dick Holmes wealthy almost overnight, but he spent the rest of his life chasing the mine itself. And when he died, he passed the obsession to his son, George Brownie Holmes. Brownie searched for 72 of his 88 years. He found old mining timbers, tools, even burnt scraps of cloth that might have belonged to one of Waltz's victims. Tantalizing clues, but never the mine itself. A riding accident finally ended his search in the field. So he handed the family's secrets to a trusted protege, Clay Worst, a man once held at gunpoint by a rival searcher in these same mountains. Worst still searches today, claiming to have finally matched the old landmarks Waltz once described. Skeptics call this the most found lost mine in history. Hundreds have claimed discovery, and every one of them was wrong. Some geologists doubt a vein this rich ever existed here at all. But the legend has survived for over 130 years for a reason. As one lifelong searcher put it, even if someone found the real mine with neon lights blinking over it, people would keep hunting anyway, because by now, it isn't really about the gold anymore. Somewhere in these mountains, Jacob Waltz's secret is still buried, along with the one answer he never got the chance to give. Was it the richest gold mine in American history, or the greatest treasure legend ever told? Nobody knows, and that's exactly why, more than a century later, the Superstition Mountains still aren't telling.